Washington County, Pennsylvania packs a lot of history into a single county, from one of the oldest human settlements in North America at Meadowcroft Rock Shelter to the setting for the Whiskey Rebellion in the 18th century, and from the Pennsylvania Trolley Museum to the Meadows Casino. There's quite a variety of things to do and see in the county just south of Pittsburgh. It's all part of a robust hospitality industry, and J.R. Shaw is Executive Director of the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency. Welcome. Good to have you on board.
Thanks, Bill. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I guess it's really turned into a pretty great story in Washington County. We just heard about a lot of the economic development activity there, but you're also a visitor destination increasingly.
Absolutely. The stars aligned pretty nicely for Washington County through the beginning part of the 2000s here from an economic development standpoint and from a tourism standpoint as well, with the development of the Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Of course, the racetrack had been there for 50 years, but the development of the casino, the development of Tanger Outlets, the other developments on Racetrack Road, coupled with the other traditional tourism product that we've enjoyed for a long, long time, 16,000 years in the case of Meadowcroft, that's made a really positive impetus for us from a hospitality standpoint and been a great economic driver for the county.
And what's it done in terms of hotel construction, occupancy, those sorts of metrics?
Positive, very, very big. Right now, just under 2,000 hotel rooms in Washington County. Occupancy rates have been through the roof over the last 3 years. Increases in room tax revenue and in general hotel revenues in double digits for the last 3 years, positively all the way down the line. And a nice mix of corporate, leisure traveler, that's been the increases there. That's been very positive for everybody there, and some new hotel developments on the way from what we understand too.
Yeah, we hear so much all across the region about the demands that the natural gas industry has placed on hotel rooms everywhere around here. I would think since the whole Marcellus Shale thing really started in Washington County, you all would feel that even more acutely. Do you have enough room for the visitors given the demand you're seeing on the energy side and the corporate side?
There are times on a weekend when it's hard to get a room in Washington County, and we were somewhat underserved. The supply was down a little bit even in the early part of 2001, 2002. There had not been the Hilton Garden Inn, I believe, had been developed, and that was the last new hotel development that had been there for a while. So there was some inklings for construction going on in 2003, 2004, and that just got ramped up even farther as the hospitality developments on Racetrack Road started. And then when the Marcellus boom came, everything just started rolling. So I think there's still some unmet demand, in answer to your question, there from a leisure side that folks are still looking to address, as well as keeping up with the corporate developments. And it's not just the Marcellus, obviously. It's pharmaceutical, it's biomed, it's hospitality, it's a lot of different sectors that are contributing to this.
No, it's a good point. You've got Consol Energy down there, coal and natural gas, you've got Mylan Labs, pharmaceuticals, so it really is a diverse economic mix that's evolved down there. How critical has the Meadows been, really, though, to turn you into a destination?
What it's done, it's brought in new markets for us. It's given us a new message. When the traditional heritage tourism for marketing for Washington County has been places like the Meadows Racetrack and Casino and Meadowcroft and Cover Bridges, more of a heritage and a rural base. And
National Road, that kind of
National Route, all of
right?
those type of elements that are the bedrock, really, of the hospitality product for Washington County. In mid 2005, 6, 7, with the advent of gaming and the Meadows and big box shopping and outlet shopping, it kind of a game changer that brought bigger markets to us from a more national standpoint. And folks say, well, I guess everything changed when the Meadows came. Well, not everything changed, because we still had a very good product, but it was two bigger eggs to put in the basket. You know, so for us to go out there and market now, they're not the whole basket, they're part of the basket. They're big eggs, but they're just part of the basket that we go out to market that makes Washington County a destination to a whole range of travelers.
Well, you're interesting geographic location. You're on Interstate 70, the big east-west interstate, and then you're on I-79, the big north-south. So being at the intersection of those two highways has to be incredibly helpful to reach out to new markets.
Absolutely. We've always been somewhat of a drive-through market and a stopover market, let's say. There's folks that are coming from the west that are going to D.C. or going to Philly or something of that sort that might stay in the area because they're a days out from a drive. There are folks north and south, the snowbirds from Canada, that would stay in different places, but they'd stay overnight and maybe they'd go on somewhere else. Now we're giving them a reason to stay. We go to trade shows, we talk to people that respond to some of our advertising, and they say, I've driven through there a lot of times before. We've stopped for lunch. Boy, we'll have to stop and spend some more time. And that's when we know we're doing a good job conveying that message that there's so many things to do and see in Washington County.
I think we've seen a little bit of that phenomenon throughout the region, because Pittsburgh, too, used to be a stopover place, right? A lot of the bus, they'd stop and then move on the next day. And they seem to be sticking a little more, all of these visitors and tourists, than used to be the case.
Absolutely. It's all about telling us a good story, a positive story, and a good message to folks in the markets and the surrounding markets that are driving through, and you give them enough reasons and they'll stop and they'll make the time.
Right, only a few seconds left, but what's next? Anything on the horizon for Washington County this
2012 is huge. You know, our tourism agency is celebrating our 50th anniversary this year, so we're celebrating 50 years and 50 reasons to visit Washington County, PA. The Milan Classic just grows and grows. Heritage tourism is a really big positive for everyone around here, so the festivals, the covered bridges, all of these heritage sites that we've talked about, those are all very, very positive. The Meadows keeps reinventing themselves and doing different things all the time. Everything's positive from that standpoint. We're just out there trying to convey that message, sing the song to the right markets, and bring folks into the county.
All right, very exciting. J.R. Shaw from the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bill.
And we'll be back in a minute with little dollars and cents. Stay with us.